Hi guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another video on Conqueror's Blade. So, it's actually been probably a month or two now since I actually switched from the Maul to the Glaive, and I thought it was about time we had like a little bit of an update video on kind of how I'm finding it in a more specific sense. I know I kind of occasionally touched on it probably in unit videos and stuff, but I kind of thought it was worth having its own video on. So, yeah, initially when I first changed to the Glaive, I did find it quite difficult, and I think I talked about that a little bit in some of my Glaive Diary videos. I think a lot of that comes down to changing class and the difficulties I have in kind of getting used to a new class. Because when you change, you know, you have to get used to different weapon combinations. I'm quite slow at learning that sort of thing. I end up still functioning as if I was playing the previous weapon. It takes me quite a while to adjust, and you kind of have to learn the new strengths and weaknesses of the new weapon. So though, I find that quite difficult, and yeah, it took me a little bit of getting used to. But now I've been playing it for quite a while, I had to sort of stick with it. I've actually really been enjoying it, and there's a lot of pluses to the Glaive that I really quite like. So, what combinations am I running? Obviously, Arc of Steel, this is kind of your classic unit killer. It's the equivalent of Vector Core. Being on Poleaxe, it's that type of, you know, large AoE, hit multiple units at once kind of attack. Based off your slashing damage, not super damaging, but quite nice. Well worth having, and yeah, good for unit killer. Next, I go for the Breaker of Shields. A lot of people don't bother with this one. They find it, a lot of people I've heard say feel it's too slow to activate. And you're not wrong, it is quite slow to activate. But it has the benefit of being scaled off your blunt damage. So it means if you hit something like a short sword 9 sides or something, you're almost doing full damage. And actually it really hits quite hard because it's 375% of your blunt damage. So particularly if you can get your blunt damage up. You know, I'm a 50% strength build. So it's actually just quite a lot of damage. It's a good little hero killer, mini hero killer. It's like a little mini ultimate if you can get it to land. So I really quite like it. Next one, a real essential one, Warlord's Greeting. A really fast-acting CC. Overhead swing, knocks down enemy heroes, keeps them on the floor. Really useful. Absolutely must have. Certainly one to use. And finally, Flying Reaper. I think pretty much everyone uses this ultimate. Very damaging. Again, scales off your blunt damage. That's 681% of your blunt damage. So really quite damaging. Really nice for finishing off low health enemy heroes. Of course, if not, it also causes knockdown. Also really good, I find, for smashing through things like shield walls. You know, if you've got a unit of Imperial Spear Guard that's completely blocking up your way and the unit can't get through, use this and it will knock down a real good chunk of them. You can sort of force your unit through the gap. So multiple uses on the Flying Reaper. Really quite enjoy it. In terms of, as I say, in terms of my build, I've gone for basically a 50-50 split between armour and strength, which kind of gives me a reasonable set of damages. I kind of wish with my craft, I was lucky enough to get a legendary craft, which is great. I was just really kind of disappointed with the blunt damage modifier. I wish it was higher than 72. If that was like 150 or something, then I'd be really a lot happier, because the percentage difference on that blunt damage, it scales so significantly because it's such a high percentage based on all the abilities. So that would have been a really nice increase to kind of get that. So I was a little bit disappointed that wasn't higher, but the rest of the weapon actually is really quite nice. The slashing damage and penetration is nice, which kind of ups my damage elsewhere. Still getting basically to 1,000 on terms of defensive stats. Obviously, if you go full armor, then you get to sort of like 1,100, mid 1100s, which I was when I was on the Maul. So yeah, something to be said for a bit of a balance there. It's not quite as tanky. Obviously, you are losing some tankiness, but there is definitely a lot more tanky than going full strength. I find you gain quite a bit of tankiness by just nudging up towards that 1,000 value. A lot of units reduce their damage output at this sort of value, so well worth having. And yeah, I think that's really all there is to say on it. Other than that, you know, I've been enjoying the Glaive. Certainly a weapon I'd recommend checking out. Good amount of mobility. Feels like it's quite fast. But let's hop into some battles now and kind of see how we get on. We'll have a live game and see if we can pull off a little bit of a semi-decent result, or without looking like too much of a bad player. So I shall see you all in the battle. Oh, here we go, into the wild yonder of Wargolia. Grab a tower if we can. No, we cannot. Far too slow. Come on, Evo, get your act together. Yeah, so we'll see how we get on with the Glaive. It's been an interesting time with it. I've really started to enjoy it a lot more kind of over the past couple of weeks, as I was kind of saying at the start. You know, when I first did those videos on it, I was really kind of a little bit unsure on it. And a lot of that, I think, comes down to the time it takes to kind of adjust to a new weapon. I think I'm quite slow to adjust to new weapons. It takes me quite a long time. artillery shots are terrible. It takes me quite a long time to adjust, and I think that reflects in the fact I don't really enjoy them because, you know, you do badly and get killed all the time. I get my weapon combos wrong and all that sort of usual bump. Oh, fucking artillery. So that's kind of reflects on that, you see, and so now I've got used to it a lot more. I think I've started to enjoy it a lot more than I did previously. So we'll see how we get on today anyway. I've also started at least trying to. One of the things, at least at the start, a lot of people criticised about my Glaive gameplay was I never really used my horse very much. Because you have this like a swinging E ability, but you also have a right click swing, which is actually probably one of my more favourite abilities. Is this because it just hits anything if you're nearby. So you don't rather than having to aim side to side on your horse. You can just press right swing and it basically just hits everything, and it hits fairly hard as well. So it's actually quite a nice one. So on the actual gameplay, what are we going to do? A little bit of stuff pushing up to A, but realistically, getting into A is always a bit of an impossible game, really. Looks like some people who are better at artillery than me have managed to nicely take out the cannons. We're going to get these doors down on A, but getting into A, it's a bit of luck really, depending on what the enemy have got here. These are going in. Are they just going on a suicide mission though? Let's have a look. What do they got? Halberdiers into Imperial Spearguard. Yeah, that doesn't sound like so much fun, if I'm honest. Let's have a bit of a look over on the other side. Again. What is that? Is it pike? Prefecture pikes? I think it is. Maybe a little better. Get this guy down. Would be nice. Hey. What have we got over this side? Okay, good guy. He died. Okay, we might be okay here. Possibly. Possibly. Use my knockdown on this guy. Try and get this glaive. Yeah, nice. So this is what I like about the glaive. It's a real hero killer. Well, potentially anyway. I like it's got a lot of stun. Particularly like things like this warlord greeting down here. Guaranteed to knock down an enemy heroes, particularly even through units as well. So it means you can sort of control the engagement a lot more. Okay, in this sort of case now we've just overwhelmed them, but at least at the start there, we were actually to kind of, in the middle of quite a large unit fight, select the enemy heroes I want to kill, and sort of pin them down, and then sort of get the damage on them with things like my shield bash, or break of shields. Not everyone seems to like that as an ability. It is quite slow to activate, but because it's a blood damage based ability, it really hits quite hard. It hits through things like iron sides, so that means you're doing quite a chunk of damage there. On a short sword, and it just hits quite hard against everyone. And then that combined with the Flying Reaper, that overhead slam down, just makes for a really sort of damaging class. Okay, let's grab at something a bit more decent, the Azaps, and start to have a bit of a look at B. Quite a nice start. What have they got? They've got a ton of units actually. They've got 1,800 units. Probably going to be a lot of low tier stuff then. That means generally if they've got that many units. I've been shot at by some enemy archers. But not bleed, so they're not Namcans. Maybe Rattan Vipers? I saw a little bit of poison damage in there. Odd. So what have we got going on here? Come on, Azaps, move yourselves. Should we try and trap that? Let's have a little gander. Okay, well, in we go. So, same sort of game, trying to target down specific enemy units. I don't know I'm going to get that glaive, not enough damage on my slash. No, not quite, unfortunately. A lot of stuff starting to push in now. Azap's actually struggling quite a lot. I think we're fighting the bulk of the enemy team here. We've got a very close treb. Not quite such a nice treb there. Particularly as we're now starting to get the edge. I'll just leave my Azaps to do their thing, even if they're going to get killed a little bit by some of those trebs. Looks like we're starting to overwhelm the point at least. And get a few kills on the enemy as they run. Nice. Okay, let's keep the pressure on. Catch who we can in terms of... Not going to be much capture there, but hey ho. Okay, so not a bad start. We've got through the B point. Let's try and push on to some of these guys then at the C point, assuming we've got enough support with us. Obviously, I've only got... the Flying Reaper is also good against units in terms of a knockdown capacity. Someone just tried to treb that. That's the most unnecessary treb. Use get some unit damage. Keep him down. Oh, lucky he got the kill there. It was a bit of a cheeky hero kill, that one. Didn't really do all that much damage on that one. So where does that leave us? We've still got a supply point in this map. It's quite a hard one for the attack. Let's try and keep the damage on then. A little bit, getting a little bit cocky here. I think I might be pushing too far forward. But to be honest, given how far the supply away is, I'm inclined to be quite aggressive. And if we get killed, I don't really mind. We've not died yet. Yeah, I think we're doomed there. Okay. Maybe a bit silly to get myself killed there, but not too bad a start. And now we can respawn and hopefully come back in with probably our Conqueror. We're vaguely trying to level these Grenadier guys, but that'll be on a separate video, so we don't need to worry too much about that one. Probably grab the Conqueror or the Pipe Militia. A unit that I don't really use enough, but still a very, very decent unit, even with the pike changes. Looks like we're starting to get a bit of pressure on the D point as well, which is nice. Actually, quite a chunk of pressure. An enemy resisting there, though. Grab the old Pipe Militia. We could go up the wall ourselves if we like.
Get into position. Prepare to advance.
But we're overwhelming them there. Yeah, I think I probably will. Fight breaking out down there. Assuming we can get here and up and over in time.
Assemble. Get into position.
Come on, Pipe Militia. On those feet. We should be able to. We've got 3 ladders here, so we should get up pretty quickly. These are the Rattan Vipers. They're a strange unit, these guys. I never really liked them all that much as archers, but I never probably played them enough. Maybe they're a unit that perhaps warrants a review. Or a re-review, I should say. So a bit of enemy resistance starting to build up. Oh, Trebuchet not available. Have I used my Trebuchet? Oh, I have, haven't I? That's a shame. That'd have been a nice shot to use there. Let's get down and throw in some assistance. There's a friendly Treb. Yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff on that supply point. We've got to be a bit careful of those archers because we are obviously extremely archer vulnerable with these Pipe Militia. Let's get everyone in position before we... are they going to push this staircase here? A fair bit of stuff. Roll back! Okay, this is maybe what I would describe as a bad idea. Let's brace up with these halberdiers up here on the top.
Get into position. Units, assemble.
Are they going to push the stairs completely? Not in a good spot. I'm actually capturing D there, ironically. I might draw a few of them away.
Get going. Units, assemble.
A little bit of pressure on them. Come on, let's just go for it. Only Rattan round shields. How strong can they be? What have we got? I'm trying to get a bit of stun. I really missed my flying whip, not my flying whip, but my warlord's greeting there, so I've missed the ability to knock down a few of those enemy heroes. Because as we start to overwhelm, we could have done quite a bit of damage there potentially. Just keeping my Pipe Militia on aggression. Pikes just don't really work on stairs, unfortunately. The best will in the world, it just doesn't quite pan out. Pull ourselves back up a little bit. Oh, there's a lot of stuff. And try and get them in position. It just tends not to really work. But we are getting a little bit of pressure on. Try and use our Warlord's greeting there. Yes, okay, got a lot of damage against that enemy Glaive player. Okay, we are starting to get the pressure on now against a lot of serfs as well, so we've fought through a lot of the better units like the Imperial Shield Guard and stuff like that, and the tier 4 and tier 5 units, so now sort of pushing on base through to the archers. Nice, nice, nice. Well, good job team. Okay, well let's try and get these Pipe Militia healed up because almost all of them are nearly dead. They're looking a little bit poor on the health front. What have we got? There's some Spear Sergeants rushing in down there along with a little bit of server lag and some enemy archers. Okay, well let's just try and get a smidge of healing without getting killed by those archers preferably. And then let's regroup. We ideally need to hold this supply. We've caught up on the enemy in terms of true total troop numbers. What have we got here? Let's just loose formation and kill those as they run past. Let's try and deal with this squad here. I don't know where they're going. They think they're going. Let's deal with them there like that. You die. Just set them on loose then to do their thing. Good old Pipe Militia, can't go too wrong with them really. Oh, okay, they're going to stab everyone to death over there. Good job, good job. Okay, it looks like D's secure. We'll probably head back over to this supply. Do we keep the pipe militia out? Probably. No need to grab the condos quite yet. We may end up being able to push on. I mean, there's only 7 of them left alive, you see. Let's go up here, try and continue the kill, try and keep the pressure. Maybe we can start to pressure base quite early. Okay, enemy hero. Let's try and keep him pinned down with our Flying Reaper, in with a shield breaker. Okay, we didn't get the kill, but again, shows how easily we can get the damage in this sort of situation.
Yes, Commander.
Trying to keep the pressure in on these guys. Nothing coming in that way. Just get in. Have a bit of a brace. Okay, what have we got coming in now? Quite a bit of stuff coming at the bottom. A little bit of a shoddy brace there, but let's just brace anyway, because we're going to get overwhelmed by a lot of stuff. Ooh, okay. Things looking a little bit more dangerous here now. Let's make a bit of a run for it. Hussars coming in. For a bit of a charge. Flatten the enemy stuff on point. We are unitless. So let's pop back to the supply, grab our condos, have a little bit of a heal. Kind of go for them. I've still got these grenade guys, which I'm semi-trying to level, but I'm not too worried for this video. This is supposed to be about the glaive, really, more than the units. So let's grab out these condos. Yeah, as long as we keep the pressure on, I think we're starting to get the edge in terms of unit numbers now, by the looks of things. A little bit of lag then.
Units, assemble.
Right, let's have a look. We've still got seem to be largely secure up here. They've got a decent unit on point. We've got archers coming in, some serfs coming in to keep the damage on them. It does quite a nice amount of unit damage. The that swingy thing. What's it called? Arc of Steel. That's the one. Help! Does it hit my cannonball? That hurt. Try and keep myself alive. I don't really want to get killed by artillery quite this early on. Pull back and have a heal, because otherwise I'm just going to get myself killed. Just getting shot by a lot of those enemy ranged on that bridge. Maybe this is a better way round, because we're just getting slaughtered by all that enemy range, which is now kind of sat along their bridge edge. And can shoot down on this set of stairs here. Still got a fair bit of stuff on point. Get myself healed up, we'll get ourselves in again. Bring back our condos. So I heard someone trip there. Are they trying to kill their own team? Kind of actually looks like it. I'm not sure it'll actually hit there though, to be honest, because of the way the bridge works. Whoa! If you could be so kind as to... So this guy, I think, is in Ironsides. Oh no, he's not. Oh, sorry, I'm bringing my unit to me. Probably would be helpful. Okay, he's dead. Even enemy wall players. Stop. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. Let's just throw our unit in there because we're trying to basically keep the point secure. Shame I haven't got a drill mode available. You call it shock attack. See the enemy glaive down. There's the shock attack. Oh, by another cannon. Cannons seem to love me today. Ah, oh, missed my shield breaker. That would have killed him in one. Okay, we're looking good. We are looking good. We're getting the damage on. Yeah, we've really killed a lot of the heroes. We have got this in the bag. Nice. That's been a really fun game. Really kind of hopefully highlighted some of the benefits. Oh, we completed a militia challenge. Yay. Some of the benefits of kind of what the glaive is all about. No one did particularly exceptional unit-wise. These pipe militia, again, still a lovely unit. Should have grabbed these guys out because we didn't really get very much experience with them. But yeah, hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of my feelings on the glaive so far. I've really been enjoying it. I'm firmly in with the class now and kind of happy with it. Say it took me a little bit of a while to adapt to it because it's kind of strange, but yeah, now I've got used to it. I really like the stun and the CC. I like the fact it feels quite fast and fluid, and the blood damage on it is really quite nice, so it can really actually kill heroes quite effectively, quite quickly. But anyway, yeah, still welcome any feedback. What can I do to improve with the glaive? Where am I going wrong? Am I doing weapon abilities in the wrong order and stuff like that? So yeah, do let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I shall see you all on the next video.